Michael Myers, the faceless, relentless killer at the heart of the Halloween franchise, has become a cultural icon in horror. Since his terrifying debut in John Carpenter's 1978 film, he has survived countless attempts on his life, enduring wounds that would be fatal to any normal person. From being shot multiple times, stabbed, run over, electrocuted, to even being fed into a scrapyard grinder, Myers seems unstoppable. But what makes him so impervious to death? While fans have come up with various explanations, from supernatural abilities to astrological curses, there's a surprising reason behind Michael's invincibility: Hollywood contracts. Michael Myers' never die clause. The key to Michael Myers' ability to return time and time again lies in a clause inserted into the contract of the Halloween franchise's producer, Mustafa Akkad. After the huge success of Halloween 1978, which earned a massive $47 million on a modest $300,000 budget, Akkad wanted to ensure the ongoing profitability of the series. So, he stipulated that Michael Myers could never be killed off permanently in any of the sequels, regardless of how extreme the storyline became. This clause was put in place to safeguard the character's mystique, ensuring that no director or writer could end the story in a way that would diminish the invincible reputation of Michael Myers. This might seem like a strange move, especially considering Halloween creator John Carpenter originally envisioned the franchise as an anthology series where each installment would explore different stories tied to the Halloween theme. But after the audience rejected the anthology direction in Halloween 3, Season of the Witch, it was clear that the public wanted more of Michael Myers. Akkad's stipulation would ensure he could always return, no matter what. Even after Akkad's tragic death in 2005, his son Malik Akkad took over the family's production company and maintained the same clause. This means that even after Laurie Strode, Jamie Lee Curtis, seemingly ends Michael's reign of terror by feeding him into a grinder in Halloween Ends, the killer's invincibility remains intact. He may be maimed, but he's never gone for good. The curse of Michael Myers. While the contractual explanation is the real reason behind Michael's perpetual return, the Halloween films have introduced lore to explain his seemingly supernatural resilience. One of the most infamous explanations comes from Halloween, the curse of Michael Myers, where the franchise delves into an ancient curse called the Cult of Thorn. This cult ties Michael's powers to an astrological force tied to Halloween Night and Samhain, the Celtic festival from which Halloween originates. The curse demands that Michael kills his family as part of an ancient ritual, which grants him supernatural abilities, including immortality. In the Halloween timeline, Michael is shown to heal from grievous wounds over time, and his powers are linked to the curse's mystical nature. This curse was a way to explain his invulnerability, and while it added an interesting layer to the mythology, it wasn't universally accepted by fans. In more recent entries, including the Blumhouse-produced Halloween trilogy, this explanation was discarded in favor of a more grounded, albeit still mysterious, approach. In these films, Michael is portrayed as a relentless, almost inhuman force of evil, with no real supernatural explanation. He simply cannot be stopped. An unkillable force. Throughout the series, Michael has faced injuries that would have killed anyone else, yet he always returns. At the end of the original Halloween, he is shot 6 times by Dr. Loomis, stabbed by Laurie Strode, and then disappears into the night. Halloween 2, 1981, shows Michael being shot in the eye and set on fire, but he survives and continues his killing spree in Halloween 4, The Return of Michael Myers, where he is shot by a mob and eventually falls into an open grave. But even this doesn't stop him. The series would continue to test the limits of his resilience. Michael has been stabbed, electrocuted, run over, hit with tranquilizer darts, and even beheaded, though it was revealed that a paramedic was wearing his mask in that case. No matter how brutal the attacks, Michael always survives, often with no explanation as to how. The legacy of Michael Myers. Michael's legacy is built on his ability to return from death, making him one of the most iconic slasher villains in cinema history. The Halloween series, despite its many reboots and changes in direction, has never fully embraced Michael's death. Instead, the franchise finds ways to bring him back, either through the lore of curses or through the sheer force of the contractual obligation that ensures he can never truly die. The most recent Halloween trilogy, which concluded with Halloween Ends, saw Michael seemingly meet his end in a scrapyard grinder after a final confrontation with Laurie. However, this ending felt more like a conclusion for Laurie's story than for Michael's. With the franchise's ongoing popularity and the now legendary clause that keeps Michael alive, fans can expect him to return again, perhaps in ways that are unexpected, but certainly in ways that are very much in line with the invincible killer fans have come to know and fear. The future of Michael Myers. While Halloween Ends appeared to wrap up Michael's arc, there are still rumors and talks about new directions for the Halloween franchise. Recently, discussions have surfaced about a Halloween TV series based on the original 1978 film. This series may offer a fresh start, potentially discarding some of the convoluted lore introduced in the many sequels. Regardless of the direction the franchise takes, Michael Myers will likely remain the centerpiece, forever untouchable and unkillable, thanks to his contractual immortality and his status as the quintessential slasher villain. Michael Myers' invincibility is part of what makes him such a compelling and terrifying character. Whether it's through supernatural means, like the Curse of Thorn, or through contractual obligations in Hollywood, Michael's ability to survive against all odds ensures that his terror will continue, making Halloween one of the most enduring horror franchises in cinema history.